Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you watch any of my previous videos. My name is Brittany and we're back for another Vlogmas video. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more content from me I think I'm just gonna do one more day of Vlogmas. Yeah, I think that's all I have left to see on my past Vlogmas videos and more content coming from me next year. Anyway, let's get into this video. So today, I feel like this is maybe one of the most quintessential holiday things is making Christmas cookies. So I'm going to make today these oh, you can't see these. This Target Forever Day or Favorite Day, I can't read. Gnome sugar cookies, just from this little baking kit, which, okay, so something to know about me, I guess this is almost from scratch, but I usually am a from scratch kind of person when it comes to baking. And some cooking stuff too. I honestly can't remember the last time I made cookies out of a box, but I also just haven't felt like doing that. Felt like making anything from scratch. I don't even like using pancake, pre-made pancake mix, it's from scratch or nothing. But these seem like they're pretty good, and the instructions seem pretty simple, and it just didn't require a lot of extra ingredients. So I think I'm gonna make these. So I already have my oven preheating. And I'm just quickly reading through the instructions and it seems pretty straightforward. So, I mean, growing up, even up until a couple years ago, me and my mom would always make Christmas cookies. I actually don't know why we stopped doing that. Probably because, I don't know. Actually don't know why we stopped doing that. Maybe the pandemic. That doesn't really make any sense. But anyway, my mom loves baking too. So I feel we would always make tons and tons of Christmas cookies around the holidays. And I, in general, really like baking and cooking. I've really fallen out of it, I feel really since the pandemic, and I'm trying to get back into it. I've been a lot better about cooking lately, so I'm trying to get back on my baking game. So all that to say, let's start making these cookies. Like I said, my oven's already preheated. Okay, let's open this. I guess I probably should have done all of this before I started the video, but so all right, we've got a cookie cutter, piping bags, these little sour cherries for I think the noses on the gnomes. This is the cookie mix, I'm gonna guess. Yes. And then, silver sugar. And then, this is a red color powder. Okay. First things first, sometimes it's hard making things by the box because you have to follow the directions. When you make things from scratch, you can kind of just guess, which is honestly what I do a lot. Okay, I need to plug this in. And by guess, I mean just go with the flow of oh yeah, I add a little of this here, a little of that here, shake things up instead of following to the T. Maybe that's a controversial opinion. All right, so I'm gonna use my little mixer here, my stand mixer. This is not a KitchenAid. This is, I think, probably from Walmart or Target or something. It's pretty old, or not old, I maybe had it for 5 or 6 years. Actually, probably longer than that, but it gets the job done, and it wasn't $300. So first I'm just going to add, the cookie mix, which is this. Okay, so the cookie mix. Woo! Half a stick of softened butter. Okay, I need to get a spoon or something. And 1 egg. Oh, I also need to get my little, I'm not prepared, I feel so I need to get my little mixing arm. So, okay, let me get those 2 items. So I was deciding between a wooden spoon and a spatula. I think I'm gonna go with the spatula because I probably need that later anyway. And then that's just fewer things to clean up later. But okay, so half a stick of butter. Okay, that looks close to half a stick of butter, and what did I say, 1 egg. The only thing I feel about using eggs, which I mean every cookie or cake recipe does, is I feel I have to wash my hands 100 times because raw eggs are so gross. Okay, now I'm just gonna put this. Okay, now I feel I'm getting indecisive and using too many things. I was gonna say maybe I will lightly mix this before I just start kind of going at it with the blender so that it's a little less messy, but we're gonna get messy regardless. Okay, and now we blend. Or mix, I guess I should say, not blend. This is like not blending all that well. I feel like I just like didn't feel like enough wet ingredients. Like, it just looks a little clumpy, you know? But we continue. All right, let's get back into it. I think I finally got it. I just was about to give up hope too early on. I should have just had a little bit of faith, a little bit of trust and faith in myself. Okay, we're back. Okay, so now this actually does look like dough. Because I mean, from here, basically, like the next step is just laying out like the dough to it, like, and using the cookie cutter. So that's why I was a little concerned, because I was like, this does not look anywhere close to being like cookie dough. Oh shoot, you know what? I don't think I have like a rolling pin. Maybe I do. That's like my dishwasher that keeps going off. Okay, let me get set up for this next step. Okay, so about 2 days have passed since that last clip. Actually, maybe more like 3 days, because today's Monday, that was Friday. And I, like, as soon as I finished doing what I was doing, or as soon as I finished what I was doing in that clip, which I think was just like mixing up the dough, Rumi asked to go out, and so I took her out, and then I realized like I only had like barely any time until I like needed to start getting ready, because I was going out that night or that evening, and I just really lose track of time with like I don't know, I just always lose track of time. So anyway, and then that happened, and then it was the weekend, and then I like just didn't have any downtime, and now here we are, Monday night, and I'm determined to finish these cookies. Oh, my camera is a little crooked. Okay, so what I did was, I actually haven't even looked at it. Okay, so I put the dough into the fridge, and it actually like, I mean, it doesn't look as smooth as it did on Friday, but it's fine. It's still like preserved, and I think it'll still be good. Oh yeah, it's still like very moist, like now that I'm mixing it up. So basically what I need, like my next step is to like roll out the dough and use this cookie cutter to make the actual cookies. So I think I mentioned this at the beginning of this video, but I don't have a rolling pin. I don't know if I've ever owned one, or if I had one like a while ago and just lost it and haven't used it. So I'm gonna do like, I think a DIY rolling pin. I'm gonna use, which is what I usually do when I need a rolling pin. I'm gonna use like a cup and then just sprinkle some dough on it and roll it. So I think I'm gonna try this cup first, because I like the size of this one, and see how that works. And then if for some reason that doesn't work, this glass is a little thicker, I'll probably try this. So let's start there. Pray for me that this dough is still fine. I think it is. And we're about to make some cookies. Here we go. Okay, so that dough was a little sticky, like when I was first trying to like kind of knead it, I guess is the right word, with my hands. But once I applied like the flour, or sprinkled on that flour like on top of the dough and then on the cup, that worked perfectly. It's like a hack. So okay, so I have this all rolled out. cut shapes with cookie color. So what I need to do from here is just pull out this little cookie cutter and then start placing the, okay, if I can never get this open, I might have to pull out some scissors. And then just start making my little shapes and then bake those. Oh, I think I got it. And I might have to like rework this. I mean, I'm sure people that have made cookies before know this, but I might have to like rework this dough after I start cutting it. But I'm gonna try to like get as close to the edges as possible to like do the least amount of waste. Okay, so cookie shape number 1. Let's see. Oh, that was perfect. Okay, cool. Easy enough. I don't know if you can see this, but it's kind of like it actually cut like really perfectly. I didn't think it would be that easy, to be honest. I'm gonna reposition this while I cut my cookies and wish me luck. Okay, so this is made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cookies. It says that this should make about, I think, 12 altogether, but I feel like I'll be able to get more than 2 out of like what's left over from the dough, like ease like this dough on the edges. So I think I don't know if this is like the most efficient way to do this, but I'm gonna peel away the excess and then roll that back together into like a ball. Well, obviously I'm gonna take these like cutouts out. These like do not look like gnomes, or at least like how the gnomes looked in the picture, but whatever, we'll see. So I'm just gonna like pull out all this excess, roll it back up into like a little dough ball, put these like cutouts on my cookie sheet, and then I wonder, oh no, I'll still be able to fit more. I was gonna say maybe I should put this batch in the oven, but I'll try to put them all in together. Okay, so this dough did get really sticky. I underestimated how much flour to put on the surface I was working on, because the instructions just said lightly flour, but it was not enough because, as you could see, the dough started coming up, or like the cookies started coming apart when I was trying to pull them off. So I just got that little like baking spatula and coated that with some flour, and that seemed to work. So I am going to use a bit more flour, I think, for this like last little section. Like this is how big of a ball I ended back up with. So I feel like this is still a decent amount of cookies. I'm definitely gonna make more than 12, I think, which is a little dangerous because I live here by myself. I've already had a lot of sweets over this past weekend, just like, you know, the holiday season and all that. I got a box of chocolates from my boss, so like I have a lot. But this is kind of what the cookies, okay, I'm not gonna lie, they don't look like, the shapes of a lot of them don't look like great. Like I would say some of them look pretty sketchy. Uh-oh, but not bad, hold on. But not terrible. So, I mean, we'll see how they look once I get the big four and all of that going, this is like not my best baking job I've ever done. But you know what? You live and you learn. So, okay. I am going to finish rolling out the rest of this dough and throw these cookies in the oven. They only bake for like, I think 10 minutes, it said. So I'm well on my way. Okay, so, I mean, you just saw those cookies. They actually, shockingly, look really good, I thought. So I had about like, I think it was about 6 more that I just put into, oh, this is crooked again, that I just put into the oven. So those have like about 10 minutes left on them. And here Rumi goes again, ringing the bell to ask about. It's like she knows, it's like she knows when I'm in the middle of doing something. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with my tripod. But while those last few cookies are baking, I'm gonna start whipping up the frosting. I think this is the frosting, like based on what I'm reading in the instructions. So I'm gonna use a stick of softened butter, which is real soft. It's been sitting out for like days now. And beat that until it's fluffy. Add 2 cups of powdered sugar, which I have here. 2 tablespoons of milk, which I'm actually gonna use soy milk because I don't drink regular milk. And sometimes I buy it for recipes if I need to, but it wasn't worth buying it for 2 tablespoons. So I'm gonna beat that together. And then, okay, and then, oh, that will be like the white. 2/3 of that go into a piping bag, and that will be like the white frosting. And then the rest, I'm gonna add the red coloring to make like the red, the top of the red hats. And that'll go into a separate piping bag. And then I'll be done. So, I mean, obviously, like, those cookies will need to like fully cool. I have them on a wire rack right now. They say, oh yeah, cool completely, which I think cooling completely usually takes like 20 or 30 minutes. So I'll have a decent amount of time still, but okay, I guess actually I'll take Rumi out. It's freezing out. It's like 20 something degrees today. It's been like oddly like kind of warm, so it feels, I feel like even bitterly cold when it is like really cold like this. So all that to say, I hope she doesn't want to be out very long. So I'll do that first and then finish making my cookies so I don't run into another situation like Friday where I leave something half finished again. Okay, so I am finished with like beating that icing and came out, I feel like perfect. It's like a really good consistency, nice color. It tastes good. I did do a little taste test. So I have 1 minute left until that second batch of cookies comes out. So I mean, I'll have to let them cool. So I'll probably like be back at this in about like 30 minutes or so. But I feel like things are shaping up really well. And I think the icing is like, I think will be easier than rolling with the cookie doughs. Although I will be honest, like I am kind of a perfectionist. It's like one of my most fatal traits, I feel like. So, but I can't really redo this. It's like once it's done, it's done. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I guess it's time for a break. Okay, so the cookies are totally cooled. Yeah, cooled. Chilled is not the right word. But the cookies are completely cooled, and I put the white icing into the piping bag. So I'm about to mix up the red color because I have it. So it's basically like about this much, or not icing, frosting, I guess, left. And then I'm gonna add this little red. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my tripod today, but my camera was like tilting over. But anyway, I'm gonna add this little, this red MIG dye, I'm guessing it is. It sounds like a powder. Into this, stir that up, and then start decorating these cookies. So wish me luck. I mean, I feel like it can't go that wrong because basically the instructions show like start decorating the little tips of the hats, and then basically fill everything else in. And then I'll add, ooh, some of these decorations are getting a little intricate. I probably won't be taking it that far. Okay, let me fix my phone. Okay, that's better. I think was just like my kitchen counter is like really slippery. This is still a little crooked. So I put my tripod on top of a box. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna decorate like the tips of the hat with the red, fill in the rest with white. They say pipe on fluffy white beards. Yikes. And then add the cherry candy noses, and then more sanding sugar, which is this for sparkle. Oops, this little silver stuff for sparkle. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Wish me luck. Okay, this red icing looks so sketchy. Like, look at that. It's like, I don't know. I'm gonna put this in the fridge and maybe it'll set, but it's creeping me out. Okay, honestly, the red frosting looks even sketchier. So, I mean, this is what it looks like now that it's been sitting on these cookies for a little while, like, ick. And then it looks like this, like in the piping, and it's still coming out thick. Like, so I think what I'm gonna do is completely forego the red. I'm actually gonna take it off and I hate throwing things away, but I think I'm just gonna throw it away because a red dye kind of creeps me out anyway. I was feeling weird about it to begin with, but I was gonna go with it. But what I think I'm gonna do instead is just do the top with, basically the whole entire thing is gonna be white now, but I'm like where the red would have been. So basically like where this red is, also just like, it looks so chunky. I'm gonna do white instead. And then I have this silver that like, they just said to use, like the instructions say to use is like all over. I think I'm gonna do that on the top. And so basically they'll have silver little hats and still put this like red for the nose. So that is our plan B, because plan A is not gonna work. Okay, so I'm done decorating. And I mean, I ran out of the little cherry candies for the nose, which I figured I would. I honestly didn't even know if I'd have enough frosting at first because, I mean, I made more cookies than the box originally said I would because I think it said I'd make 12. And I have like 18, maybe even almost 20 altogether. So I think honestly they turned out pretty good. I'm not mad about it. So I was a little nervous, but like, okay, so as you can see here, we got the little elf hat, the little beard. Or I guess are these Santas or elves? Oh, gnomes, that's what they are. So the little gnome hat, the beard, and the nose. And I mean, I think it kind of works. It looks cute still. I mean, these ones don't have the nose, so they kind of just look like ice cream cones or something. They don't look half bad. When I was making them, I honestly was thinking like, wow, these are some of the worst cookies I've ever decorated in my entire life. But like these especially, they look so cute. Or am I just like being delusional because it's my own work? But I think they look good. I mean, I'm glad I'm not like taking these anywhere. Like I didn't make them for a reason to go to like a party or anything like that, like a holiday party. These are just for me to enjoy. I mean, I did taste one of the cookies because I had a little bit of the extra leftover dough, so I just made like a flat round cookie. So I ate that when it came out of the oven after it cooled, and they are pretty good. I mean, they taste just like a butter cookie because that's pretty much what they are. And I mean, this frosting is all literally sugar. So I might have one or two before I go to bed, but not too many so I don't have like a sugar rush. But I'm proud of myself. They turned out well. This is like my one cookie adventure for the holiday season. I think I have some frosting in my hair. Anyway, my like cookie journey has come to an end. I mean, we're like less than a week. Actually, like, so today is December 17th. I know this is going to be like my Vlogmas, I think day 11 video or something. So I'm way behind on my Vlogmas days, but today is December 17th or 18th actually. It's 1 week before Christmas. It's the Monday before Christmas. And I just can't believe that like literally like the holidays are basically here and gone. So I'm glad I got in a little bit of cookie making before the season is over. But if you enjoyed this video, which I hope that you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch up on the rest of my Vlogmas content. I think I'll have one more video coming for this year and then a lot more content in 2024. So thank you for watching and see you on the next one.